what is happiness and how to live in happiness 24/7. And how it is related to our yoga, mindfulness, meditation. And what is the way to attain that state of happiness in life. I believe it is Sunday, so you have a free time. So let us see that, how we reach to that state of happiness. Possibly you all are IT professionals or finance experts. So the logic and the reasoning are the hallmark of these two professions. So I'll be a bit logical. I'll explain you with the logic, reasoning, with the clarity, so that we know what exactly is the practice, what is the way. So when we talk about the knowledge of the happiness, so let us understand first what are the instruments of knowledge. And what is the instrument of knowledge that should be applied to secure inner peace and happiness? Did I raise these two questions correctly? You guys are experts, so please say yes or no. If no, you can interrupt me in between. So no. So, instrument of knowledge. Sense organs are the instrument of knowledge by which I see you guys and you see me. Right? Sense organs are the instrument of knowledge by which I see the entire world, the beautiful world. I may be in stress inside, but I see the beautiful world through the sense organs. The mind is also an instrument of knowledge by which you are in your profession, I am in your profession. I know the concept and the principles of the science, IT, medicine. Now ask one question again. Sense organs and the mind are the instruments of the knowledge. Can it help you to know who you are? And the answer is no. You know about your body, but you are not the body. You know about your mind through the psychology, but you don't know you. Are you clear? Sense organ tells me who you are, what is the shape and the color and the form and the sound. But by the sense organs, I cannot know myself. Mind, I cannot know myself. That is why all the masters, what they say? Mindfulness and meditation is transcending the mind. Have you heard that word? Going beyond the mind. Transcending the mind. So it means Eastern wisdom, which includes yoga, path of knowledge, mantra, mudra, prayer, and all sort of things. That is an instrument of knowledge by which we know our true nature, by which I discover who am I. Follow the path logically. Why should I know myself? I already know myself. I am an entrepreneur. I am a businessman. I own this much of wealth and I don't own anything. You see that? Why should I know myself? Eastern wisdom that includes yoga, meditation, mindfulness, by which I know my true nature. But what is the use of knowing the true nature? Keep a smile on the face. We are not talking of IT or yeah. So I said, who is this center in me? Who am I? My true nature. I use the word, there is a true nature. Is there a false nature? Well, let us follow logically. That's how you create application programming. So what is that true nature and what is the false nature? Let me give one example. Sweetness of a sugar is essential and true nature of a sugar. And what is the non-essential and the false nature of a sugar? Oh, let me have candy. Let me have ice cream. Huh? You see the shape and the size of the ice cream or candy or dessert. We Indians are very fond of dessert. Oh, wait. Keep your stomach one part empty, we'll have a dessert. So dessert is a non-essential nature, the false nature. But the sweetness remains. Whether it is a candy. Are you clear? Follow logically. I'm not talking, close your eyes and, I'm a guru, I will bless you. I'm not saying anything like this. Let us be. That is the beauty of Upanishads. That is the beauty of the teaching of the Upanishads. So, did you understand the true nature of a sweetness? That is sweetness of a sugar. You cannot undo that. Right? You cannot undo the sweetness of a sugar. You can never say, oh, this sugar is salty. Means it is not sugar. I am making you aware and uprooting the false nature. Similarly, all our master says. Our master used to say, peace is your essential nature. Happiness is your essential nature. So our true nature is known as Sat Chit Anand. You have heard it. But do you know really? Simply, that is our true nature, and that is made up of 5 essential intrinsic properties. You guys use intrinsic. So I'm also using the same. What is that? Pure awareness, truth consciousness, permanent state of happiness, permanent love, and wisdom, the knowledge. Give me the liberty to use these phrases. It says Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That true nature is the truth consciousness of the nature of infinity. Satyam Jnanam, and of the nature of wisdom. Another Veda says Anandam Vai Brahma. Means my essential nature is the sweetness. Consider this as a hypothesis. Don't believe it. We are treading the path. So when we say Anandam Vai Brahma, that is our happiness, is our true nature. But if it is my true nature, why I'm living in stress and anxiety, duality and a conflict? Next question. Huh? That is the next question comes. So the answer is simple. Asato ma satgamaya. I have to move my false nature to the true nature. That is the essence. Because I am living in truth, a false nature. That is why I have not one but 1,000,000 problems. I have everything in my life. Outside. Outer riches are in abundance. Am I happy? Am I really happy? Why am I not happy? Because I don't know my true nature. So whatever teacher says, we always chant it, repeat it, but we don't think and contemplate. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. So when I remove that false nature, I am moving to true nature. When I remove the ignorance, I move to wisdom. I dare not say that there is an ignorance means illiteracy. Ignorance does not mean illiteracy here. We all are illiterate. You all are great professionals. So I don't teach anything, like that, physical postures that I consider wo madari kartila. So I give counseling for anxiety, depression, duality, conflict, relationship problem, based on the teachings of the Upanishads. Coming back, true nature, that is why we say, moving from false to the true nature leads me to the permanent happiness, removing the ignorance within. Takes me to the wisdom. What is the wisdom? Wisdom of those masters. What those masters say? Your true nature is of the nature of permanent happiness. Did I put everything logically? When you have a doubt, ask me the questions. And if you are not asking the questions, if you have a doubt, it means you are not interested. You are simply listening. Puneet might have invited you. Okay, Puneet has invited me. Let me listen to this beard guy and say goodbye. Are you committed to solve your problem today? Are you inspired and motivated? In the journey, we say, are you a seeker? I'm putting another principle first. You go to a car dealer, you don't have a driving license. You like a car. You say, let me drive the car. The dealer says, where is your driving license? No, I don't have it. What will be the result? Are you a seeker? Are you a seeker means are you qualified to treat this path of meditation and mindfulness? Do you have a driving license? Seeker always succeeds. If you have a driving license, it always succeeds.
So, one question.
Yes.
So people like us, generally ignorant about all this stuff, right? So how long it takes to get this driving license? How long we need to try?
How long it takes you to get a driving license? Did you ask the same question to a driver teacher at the time of starting driving the car? You were inspired, you were motivated, you were 100% focused that I have to learn it. When you have that intensity and motivation, how long it took you to get a driving license? It took me 3 days when I came to United States in 2007. You have to ask this question. Do you have that intensity? Are you 100% clear? You have to become a seeker and you are asking this question to me. You have to eat a dessert and you are asking how long it takes me to eat a dessert. But yes, another answer. There are a couple of principles, simple principles. If we follow, then it doesn't take too many weeks. And as you transition to become a seeker, 50% of your problem is over. That is the beauty. So I will leave that question and gradually I will go deeper. So seeker, and we have understood that our true nature, I have to move from my false nature to the true nature. This is what, when you listen to it, another third answer before I go. What is the way to become a seeker? What is the way to become an IT professional? My son was telling me I completed my Azure, I completed AWS. So what it means? The first principle, I don't know, let me know it. Second principle, I don't understand, let me understand it. Third principle, I don't experience, let me practice it. Am I clear? That is the way we follow the path, outside and inside. I don't know the principle. Do I really know the principle? What is the meaning of asato ma satgamaya with reference to myself? What is false nature? If I am in anxiety, stress, duality, conflict, reaction, I am living in false nature. What we do? Asato ma sa. I know it. Do you understand it? Second principle. Are you getting it? Simple. I have to go a little deeper. So how to know it? How to understand it? I have to remove the incomplete knowledge and move to the right knowledge. What it means by ignorance, that is the incomplete knowledge. I have to go to the complete knowledge. Why? Make these principles clear in your head. What happens? The intellect is clear, simple, pure. It will inspire you to go for the practice. Third step. And in the fourth step, you are awakened. Return again. So the permanent happiness is our true nature. Take it as a hypothesis. Because we don't have that permanent happiness. How can I claim it? Yeah? How can I claim it? So can we talk a little bit about this happiness? What is this happiness?
Guruji, can I ask a question?
Yes.
Are you going to touch upon when you miss something and how that relates with seeking this permanent happiness?
Why are you asking me an indirect question? Why don't you ask me the direct question? If I miss something, what is that something? If you miss something in the external world, the happiness is not there. Then make a statement. Then make a statement, I am seeking something in the external world and I am not happy. Happiness is not there. Question is wrong. So ask me the right question. I'm sorry. I have to be straight, blunt and forward. Why? I am not teaching anything from my own. The teachings is already there in the Upanishads. Every teaching is there. It cannot be updated. It cannot be upgraded. Do you know why? Every program, every app is updated and upgraded. Isn't it, in the science? Every year, every minute. Why it is not upgraded and upgraded? Why I have to refer all the teachings to these Upanishads, Vedas, and these sutras? Do you know why? Be very clear about it. The essential nature cannot be updated and upgraded. Essential nature, the sweetness of a sugar, how do you update it and upgrade it? Do you have any chance? The false nature of the sugar you can update. You can create a candies of different shape and size, and ice cream and dessert. Are you understanding?
Mm-hmm.
So we all have that essential nature. We are talking of that essential nature that cannot be updated and upgraded. That is why every teacher has to refer the same principle again and again. Their expression may be different. Can I move ahead with the happiness? Yeah. Can I move with happiness? What is that happiness? When I said happiness is our essential nature, it is your essential nature, it is my essential nature, it is the essential nature of every human being. So I will request you, even if you ask, I will answer you. If that is so, then why everyone doesn't follow this path? That is a question coming from a mind who is a politician. Why shouldn't I take care of myself? First principle to become a seeker. I'll add those things. Now go little deeply. You all are intelligent, and so it is not difficult. First thing, where all experiences takes place. Do you know it? You say, no, I have a bitter experience. I am living in stress and anxiety. Where all experiences takes place?
In the mind.
You are perfectly right, my friend. All experiences takes place in the mind. Pain, stress, pleasure, duality. So where we have to find the solution?
In our mind.
In our mind. So if the mind gets the right knowledge, we reflect on it, and the mind clearly knows here is the practice, we found the solution. Am I right? Perfectly, you said. Thank you. That happiness, all experiences takes place in the mind, and if the experience of the stress and the suffering and the anxiety and the reaction is present in the mind, I have to find the solution where the problem is, and that is our mind. Let us start understanding the pleasure. Pleasure. We use maybe 100 times pleasure. Pleasure also happens in the mind. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
What is pleasure? So if it happens in the mind, so let us go. Let us decode it, and then we will code it. Yeah, in your IT tradition. Pleasure is contact between mind and the object we like. I'm defining it, and then I'll open it. Pleasure is a contact between the mind and the object I like. Just take an example. You hate me. I'm an object for you. and I am just in contact with you, will you have any pleasure? Because you dislike me. So there are two parts: object liking, object disliking. So the pleasure is there if I dislike an object who is no more present before me. I'm still happy. Here the mind becomes a politician. Here is an object I dislike. It is not present before me, so I'm happy. I'll make a big statement. It will blow your mind, I feel. So, any object or any person I like, and I come in contact, that gives me happiness. Are you sure? Are you clear? Object I like gives me happiness if that object is present before me, or I come in contact. Are you clear? And the object I dislike, and if that object is present before me, pleasure is gone. Right? Clear? I marry to be happy.
But that would technically mean that you get pleasure from, let's say, material things, which is not the case.
Whether you are right, Puneetji, mind is seeking pleasure in the world outside, either from an object or a person or an event. You are right. So can I make a statement? I marry to be happy, and I divorce to be happy. Think of it.
Truth.
Think of it. Who causes this problem? It is my mind. All experiences taking place in my mind. Wow, soulmate. After some time, sourmate. Same person, same object. So the secret lies in my liking and my disliking. We will explain, we will understand what is disliking and disliking later. But until now, are you understanding? I had a couple in Scottsdale here in Arizona. No, we are hiring you for 10 sessions. I charge a little bit more, so I spend more time in writing and my own sadhana. So after the 10th session, he's a big businessman. He said, is it possible that we continue our journey? And he is still continuing the journey after 2 years. Why they invited me? That we have a problem in the relationship. Is it possible? I said, I will present the facts and the truth before you. I will give you the customized practices every week. I normally customize practices every week based on your temperament, based on your level of seeking, based on your level of a seeker. That is another answer how to become a seeker. He is making my life easier. Every week he does it. And now they both are extremely happy. Only one thing happened. They removed the false nature from their being. And I told the couple how to start the journey. I asked them, who is more intelligent than out of the two? The husband said, I'm more intelligent. Normally it happens. Male ego. Then what happens? He was caught. I said, if you are more intelligent, stop reaction from today. Because you want to be a seeker. Sir, it is very difficult. I said, you have to be a seeker. And it happened. Coming back. So we understood one part. What is that? We understood liking in the mind of an object, of a person, of an event, of a thing gives me pleasure. Am I right? I told you simple. If you don't like this beard, man, if you hate, you don't want to listen it, you'll say close it. Not interested. Even if I give you the wisdom, you're not interested. So liking dominates. Clear? Liking, pleasure. Disliking also gives you the pleasure if the person is too far from you. I don't like this person, I don't want to hear from it. Are you clear? We are making a journey to what? What is that? Permanent happiness. That is our true nature. What is that? So, we have already found out the problem is in the mind. We have to find a solution in the mind. Now comes question of liking. There are beautiful, handsome people out there in front of me. So if I say I like you guys, I love you guys, what it means? My mind has a desire. Next question, what is this desire? We have millions of desires, but what is this desire? We are going slowly, but we are trying to understand everything. First factor of a desire. Desire means I am seeking something other than me. Clear? Whether I am seeking a person or an object or a new house. Oh, this is my starter house, so let me have another house. Are you clear? First factor of desire is I am seeking something other than me. What is other than me? That is the objective word. What? How we can classify the objective word? Desh Kal Vastu. Again I am referring the principle from the Gita. Desh Kal Vastu means either an object or a person or an event in a particular time, marriage anniversary, birthday anniversary, and a lot of stuff, we already know. Are you clear? First factor, I am seeking something other than me. Who is seeking? Mind. Second factor, that is hidden. Because I am seeking something other than me, and because I like, what happens to the mind? Second factor, mind projects a happiness in that object, in that person. Did you understand? You can nod your head like this, so I will see that you say no. If you say yes, then I will say yes, it is okay. Let me give an example. Once I have a house, I will be happy. I had a house in model town in India, inherited house. There was a lot of problem. Gone. So my mind was thinking, can I have a house? I'll be happy. So I was thrown from India to Jakarta in the Indian mission. So I had a royal house of a diplomat for 4 years. That house is also gone. I came back. Gurudev blessed me to have a house in Rohini. Last year I sold that house also. I came here, I bought a house in New Jersey. My son told me, come here, and I'm very happy being homeless. I don't have any home. I act as a trustee of this home owned by my son. See the entire journey. I seek something in order to be happy because I project happiness in my house, in my husband, in my wife, in my son, in a particular event. Am I clear? Desire, two factors. First, the mind says, seek this thing. Why? Because I like it. Why I like it? Because it gives me pleasure and happiness. So I project happiness there. Third factor. Can you imagine the third factor? I start working, making an effort. How many of you say, oh, there is a lot of stress at the job. Why are you doing a job then? Why are you doing it? Are you really intelligent? No, I'm sorry, I'm not challenging in that way. Are you really intelligent? There's a lot of stress at home. There is a lot of stress at the job. You don't understand. Don't disturb me. That is the third factor. In order to grab that pleasure and happiness, I want to make an effort to get that object or a person. Three factors. What happens to the mind inside? When you combine these three factors with a desire that is happening outside, it causes the agitation inside your head, in the mind. And that agitation triggers you to secure happiness. So the mind creates a vicious circle. Mind creates a vicious circle, and that covers my true nature. That becomes the candy. Candy is not sweet. Sugar is sweet. Did you understand? Dessert is not sweet. If dessert is sweet, remove the sweetness. But we don't understand. The mind does not want to understand. Liking, seeking, pleasure, projection, making an effort, that is my journey, and I have been making this journey all the time. I heard that one American 20 years back, he married 10 times and he divorced 10 times. He went to a psychiatrist and asked, I want to know whether the problem lies with me or with those 10 women. You know that. Why you have been repeating the same thing again and again in order to be happy? You are seeking, you are refusing, you are rejecting, you are liking, disliking, and continue the journey. And you say, one day I will be happy. We say honey and we are unhappy. My goodness. I told this couple. Do you say honey? Yes. He said, where is the problem? Should I go? This is false nature. We started with asatoma asatgamaya. And we are removing the ignorance by understanding this. Are you getting it? See that? I'm linking everything. You may see that, it is not linked. Everything is linked. Are you getting it? So the false nature is created by the mind that has a desire. We shouldn't have a desire. Next question comes. Do you have a desire to go to the restroom? Yes. Does it create any stress?
It will if we do not fulfill that desire.
If we do not fulfill that
Desire, it will create stress. I'm just being funny. Okay.
Yes, you are coming closer it. that desire which has a projection of happiness is present in the object in a person will create stress. Casual, let me fall into sleep. No, I'm not getting a sleep. Desire for. So there are two kinds of a desire. There is a binding desire, there is an unbinding desire. The binding desire always projects happiness. Honey, you don't agree with me. I like you, I love you so much, and still you don't agree with me. Is it binding desire or non-binding? Understand that. Simple. You guys are intelligent. So the desire, which has the three factors outside and one factor inside, creates an agitation. That agitation is a veil, is a curtain. What is it? Covers my true nature inside. I'm not sure. You may say, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Let us understand that. Then we will go for practice. Once you have a clarity of clarity, the intellect is 100% clear. Then you become a seeker. The intellect inspires you. Now let me know the practice. Let us understand that part also, this false nature, little deeper with reference to our pleasure.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you saying to let go of desires, or
did I say that?
The connection of desire with happiness?
Did I say that?
I'm just
You framed your question.
If desire is causing, if my mind is morphing my true identity to something else, and my goal to something else because of the desires I have. So am I supposed to resolve the desire or disconnect the happiness from the desires?
You see, someone asked me how long it takes me to become a seeker. How long it takes you to really understand these principles clearly. Now I'm coming to your question. The statement that you made. So we have to leave the desire. It means we need a little more clear and deeper understanding. So it is taking time for you to become a seeker. It depends on you, not on the teacher. Now, we are coming to that. I'm answering that question. That is it worth to leave the desire in the life? I will have a counter question. Can you really leave the desire in your life?
Not really. You what?
Not really. But I can leave my binding desire, that creating the false nature. See that? I will keep all the unbinding desire. So we are going there. We are going there slowly. It is 10,000 years old tradition. We have 3,000 texts. We have more than 3,000 great teachers that passed on the wisdom. Do you think that it will happen, everything happen in 1 hour? How long it take you to get a certification and reached on the top? That you don't think. And we ask how long it takes me. Can I become a seeker in 1 hour? Yes. Give all the pleasures of give all your assets to me. I can make you a seeker in 1 hour. No, that is joke. Coming back. Understand now. We are going deeper. I'm answering that question.
Guruji, can I ask one question?
Yes. You can ask any question. I'm not a guru, I'm your friend.
Okay. So, can you give an example of this unbinding versus binding desire?
You see that?
I really understand.
Yes, you see that? That will take a long time for you to become a seeker. I have already explained. Let me explain it again. Any binding desire where the mind projects happiness in any object, any person, any event outside. Let me be very blunt and straight. I remember the event. My master, our master Puneet knows it. A couple went there. Master called the wife. No, you see that my husband is not listening to me. And he called the husband. No, my wife is not listening to me. So what my master told, whispered in my ear, they both are beggars. They are expecting happiness from each of them. They will never be happy. Binding desire. I'll give a new interpretation, and my expression is different, but I'm teaching the same thing, which all these masters have taught. I cannot teach other than that. One binding desire. So now, another way in daily life, you are excited, agitated. Why don't you do this? I will get happiness. Binding desire. You're calm, relaxed. You have a desire. You work on it. Still you're calm, relaxed, and you're working, making all your effort. You play your role in the world. I'm not going deeper there because it will take a long time, couple of weeks to understand. That is why we say Leela, Krishna Leela, Ram Leela. We play our role in a particular job, in a particular work. Unbinding desire. I'm not going there deeper. Coming back so that we will complete this part. Pleasure. So can you tell me what are the factors involved in getting a pleasure? From there, we will find out the false nature and the true nature. Example, I like pasta. So pasta is one factor. Second factor, I means subject, right? Pasta is object, right? And the third factor, the relationship between the two. I like it. Oh, I had a pasta in that restaurant, so let us go there. Right? I'm making it more practical, right? So I had a pasta last time with that restaurant, and let us go there. We'll have a pasta. It's a binding desire. I'm seeking happiness outside. Can you tell me how many factors are responsible to have the pasta in that restaurant? You should have a car. You should have a money. The restaurant should be open. Are you getting it?
The chef should be staying.
Yes. And you are sitting on a table. You should have the space to sit there. The restaurant is full. You get frustrated. Even a small thing you get frustrated. And the waiter comes and he spills the water. The happiness is gone. The taste should be same. And the most important, you should have a right mood. How many factors are responsible for getting a 1 unit of pleasure? Eating pasta takes 10 or 15 minutes. That is, take it as 1 unit of pleasure. How much effort you need to make? Ask yourself. Binding desire. I will never go to that restaurant again. They are crazy. From where you have started the journey to get happiness. Now, don't think only pasta. Replace pasta with the person. I'm not going further. Replace that pasta with the car. Right? Understand that part. That is the binding desire. I think someone asked me that question. So we are asking the source of happiness. Source. Was the pasta the source of happiness? Is my honey the source of happiness? Is the car the source of happiness? That is what all masters inspire us to ask. I told you, if you don't follow these 3 steps, I don't know, let me know it. You know the principles. But after knowing the principles, you should understand the principles. You get an assignment, let us do this programming, so you come back to your table and you start thinking about it. No. Then only if you don't think logically, you cannot get into that programming. Am I sure? Am I right? So I don't understand, I have to understand it. And that is what we are understanding together as a friend. As a friend. But keep a smile. To understand, we don't need to be so serious and have a big face. No, that will not work. So our question is, what is the source of happiness? I'm not happy. Why? I am hungry. I like pasta. So source of happiness is pasta. Taken for granted. And I have explained you so many factors. And even a single factor is not working, happiness in pasta is gone. Am I right? Am I clear? I don't want to ask you, am I right? Am I clear? You say that you are understanding. Clear? Take the same example. I should not take other examples, and you can use the same example for anywhere. Subject is I, object is pasta, action is contact between I and the pasta, and that is the source of my happiness. Am I clear? Yes. So we have to find out, is pasta a real source of happiness or not? How many of you like pasta? If you don't like pasta, will that be a source of happiness for you? So I started with the liking. And I'm returning again to the liking. You see that? Yeah? We are liking. If I don't like pasta, it is not a source of happiness. I will not make any effort. But you like pasta, that is the source of happiness. Is it possible the pasta is source of happiness for one and the source of unhappiness for others? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Are you clear?
But pasta can be a source of unhappiness for somebody, right?
Yes. It means we can conclude safely that any object or a person or an event outside can never be a source of happiness. And if it is a source of happiness, it is because I like it. So liking factor is present in the mind. We are understanding. We are going to that liking. Liking creates a desire. I like you. So what happens? I like you all. So take one example. I like Rajiv Girdhar ji. For example, so what happens? Session is over. My mind says, I like Rajiv. It's vibrating. Lot of thinking. I call him again. He also responds. My mind continues thinking, and that constant thinking is giving value to Rajiv in my mind, creates an attachment, and attachment creates a desire. Are you getting it? I'm summarizing very beautiful, simple principles, but yes, you can become a seeker listening to this today only. Check yourself. Don't ask me. So we are coming to the pleasure. The source of happiness is not outside. So what happens? Source of happiness is not outside. We are searching happiness where it is not. Do you know the word? When I see something appears to me that is true, but it is not true, do you know the word? How the binding desire leads to that word? You see the water in a mirage, but it is not there. The water appears to be true, but it is not there. So what happens in the mind? Delusion. Delusion. That is the meaning. The word is known as delusion. I see happiness in my honey. Honey, I have married you because you will give me happiness. Happiness is not there. How can I have that happiness? Are you getting it? Are you getting it? What should I do then? Should I not marry? Should I not earn money? It's a wrong question. It's a wrong question. We are understanding the very pleasure. So we are getting closer to why I get a pleasure. Is it so that I should leave all the pleasure? Many questions arise, many doubts. That's why we escape the teachers like me. Oh, don't go there, he will say leave everything. Whatever little pleasure I am getting, that will also be gone. We are scared. We don't want to understand it clearly. We don't want to attend the session. That's why we are asking, can I become a seeker in 1 hour?
No.
Just finish it. No, it is not possible, my friends. I gave you slowly, briefly, and then we'll have a question and answer then we'll go to practice. There are 3 words used by our masters in the Upanishads and the teachings. They say Priya, Mod, Pramod. What is Priya? I look at Puneet, I like him, it is Priya. I'm citing an example, don't take it otherwise, let this Puneet be an example. So I like him, it is Priya. Means I see him, because I see him, I want to see him, it is Priya. I see him because I like him, it is Priya. I want to be near him, moda. Moda. And Puneet offers me, oh, come on, live with me. So I move into second stage of pleasure. What is that? Moda. Third stage. In social terms, I own him in a different way, in a relationship, in a thing. That is the three-pointed journey of all the pleasure. I see pasta, I like pasta. First level of pleasure, little pleasure. I order pasta. Pasta comes to my home. I put it on the table. It is moda. I get little more pleasure because now it is near me. Third level. I eat it, I enjoy it. Pleasure. Why it is known as pleasure? Pleasure is short-lived. Pleasure cannot continue. Pleasure depends on the object and people outside. So what happens? It is short-lived. Mind says it is short-lived. Get more. Repeat it again. First time you eat pasta, same example, 100% pleasure. Second time, 90%. Third time, it goes on decreasing. And if I say, you like pasta? Okay, I will always cook pasta for you for a month. Come on, then I'll not stay in your house. No, but pasta gives you happiness. I know that, I heard that. That's why I made a pasta for you. Every day, in the morning, afternoon, evening. So what happened with that object? So one person or an object gives you pleasure with these three levels of movement in the mind, but after some time, that pleasure element goes on decreasing and it disappears completely with the same object, with the same person, because I have a binding desire. Are you getting it? Because I am projecting happiness in you. So I am projecting happiness in you, then I will see why Rajiv and Priya and Sunil, that couple of people I see, why are not they smiling, listening to me? So they are not smiling, they are not happy, it means they are okay, they feel bored. My happiness depends on you. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? What should I do? So, when I understand clearly that the source of happiness is not outside, not in any object, but then where from I experience that pleasure, that question is still unanswered. Am I right? See the teachings of these masters in the Upanishads. I used to attend medical conference. No, your knowledge is based on a belief and the blind belief. No. If the science follows 100% reasoning, we follow 200% reasoning. 200%. Well, we don't have time to study. Anyhow, coming back. The question is that you are right, everything you said is right, appears right. But question is, when I eat pasta, I get a pleasure. From where that pleasure comes? I understand what you said, binding desire, unbinding desire. Once that question is answered, You know the sweetness of a sugar. That is our essential nature. Recall, did we discuss that desire has many factors? First factor, seeking something other than me. So where the mind is going? Mind is saying the happiness is not in me, it is present outside. So I forget myself. Clear? So forgetfulness is ignorance. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. Prove that in your life, that yes, I am into that. Then only you can start the journey. Then only you can become a seeker. Second factor, when I forget myself that happiness is not within me, that is why I am seeking something other than me. So I have a binding desire. So I project happiness in that object and I make an effort. All these three factors create an agitation in my mind. That agitation covers my true nature. That much we have understood. While eating pasta, that agitation drops. And the happiness from inside reveals in you. The happiness from inside is expressed in eating pasta. But because your mind is focused on the pasta, you forget the inner happiness and you make the pasta responsible for your happiness and pleasure. Are you getting it?
Quick question, is body also an external thing when thinking about it in these terms?
Yes. Definitely yes. Our master speaks that there are only two things in the world. One is self, which you say real self, and the other is not self. So that self is Satchidanand, pure consciousness, one common element present in every human being, which is of the nature of permanent peace and happiness. And the other is the not self. That not self includes the entire material world of objects, people, things, and also includes my body, my mind, my breath, my intellect, my ego. That is why we say my body. I don't say I am the body. I say my mind, like my car. This is my car. Am I my car? So you are right. The body is also not me. That is why we sing Mano Buddhir Ahankara Chittani Naham Nahi Shrotra Jivhai Nacha Ghrana Netre Nacha Vyoma Bhumir Natejo Navayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. It indicates moving from Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. So now we have understood intellectually that source of happiness is within me. Source of happiness is in pasta, then I will constantly remember the pasta. I will constantly think about the pasta. I will try to make an effort to get the pasta. But now if the source of happiness is within me, then what will happen? What will happen? I raise my awareness about myself. Can you tell me the movement of the mind? Once I understand the source of happiness is within me, what will happen to the mind? Mind that was moving outside, where it will move? It will move inside. To know and understand and helping the mind to move inside begins the journey of meditation. Begins when the mind lives within. you move to the next step of deeper relaxation and calmness. Why? Because that source of the happiness and the peace reveals in you, independent of any object. And when this mind merges into that real self, you succeed in meditation. So what happens in meditation? The knowledge of the reality is revealed. What is that knowledge of the reality? The sweetness. That is a common element present in you all, present in all of us. Happiness is our essential nature. Bliss is our essential nature. It cannot be undone. Last point, then I'll have questions and we'll do any practice or whatever you say if you want me to talk. These people belonging to this tradition, they have a bad habit of talking. Why? Only bad habit to make you understand the fundamental principle, to help you make the seeker. I remember if 92 or 93, so I went to Gangotri, which is, you already know it, with a family, and I said, Guruji, I have come for a week, I have taken a week-long leave to spend time with you. So my Gurudev, my master, was sitting in a cave, lying down on a cave, and he said, it's a bank of Ganges river, you hear the roar? You are with your Guru, and you say that you have only come for a week? You may think, this Guru will bore me. He's only saying. So I told Guru, that is done. I'm not going. I spent about 2.5 months with the family, and Guruji taught me for 4 hours. 5 hours he was speaking. Do you have that temperament? You can become a seeker. By citing those examples. It never came to me. So when I went back to my government job, unpaid leave for 2.5 months. It's okay. That is the part of the life. Are you ready to stake something for the sake of inner happiness and peace? Do you really understand the entire journey? Do you have a clarity that I want to live in peace, come what may, the source of happiness is within me? Finished. The last thing that I'm going to cover. Okay, then what should I do? It means, let me go to the Himalayas. We normally, our question goes like this. Are you crazy? Did I tell you that you should go to the Himalayas? My master used to say the Himalayas should go inside your head. He used to refer, and I'm giving a different expression. Puneet knows. He says, Amarnath is here. Marnath is there in the Kashmir. Means discipline, education to the mind, to a level where this mind reveals inner peace and happiness. Okay, but what should I do with my relationship? I have a lot of problem in the world outside. You're asking me to discover happiness inside. I have discovered how to live the material life. That question. I'm bringing an end to answering this question. When you are in peace and happiness, you are going to express that peace and happiness in your thought, in your speech, in your action, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your social life. Where is the problem? That is what Krishna did. That is why we say Ram Leela. Going to the Ram Leela and watching this, and still the mind is not able to remove that ignorance. What is the fun of watching? We Indians have also a very big issue. See, look at our Indian treasure. So rich. Come on, are you rich with that Indian treasure? Are you rich with that Indian treasure? Did you discover that source of happiness? Ask that question, which is more important. I had a wonderful experience with our fraternity. I did not get any client in New Jersey. The first year was terrible. You already know, when you come to US, first couple of years you have to struggle. Oh, no, I know what is meditation. Asatoma, no, I have done it 100 times. I'm doing it regularly. I have a stress. What should I do? You'll be surprised to know that I have 99.9% clients are Americans. Only one who supported me, helped me, from New Jersey, was Indian student or Indian client. And after 6 months, I realized that part. And that's how I succeeded in my life in US. So I'm not criticizing anyone. I'm not saying good or bad. What happens, Krishna Leela and the Ram Leela, when you discover that peace and happiness in you, you cannot prevent yourself expressing the same peace and happiness in your relationship, in your personal life, in your professional life, in your social life. So where lies the problem in living the material world? Personal tone, my honey reacts. I know, inside I am in peace, but do you see me? Yes. Then she realizes, can we sit? Yes. Can we discuss? Yes. So I explain everything. Things continue. That is, I have to express peace and happiness in whatever the conditions are there. Last statement. If you are a seeker, you will pick it up. Whether you come to me or not, that is not essential. But you will follow the path. You can become a seeker. What happens to the mind? You told me, you answered me. Where is the problem? Mind. Where is the solution to be found? Mind. So now you have found the solution. Where? In the mind. The mind is constantly reflecting peace and happiness, love and wisdom. What is going to happen? Now, let us talk a little bit scientifically also. So it will trigger the brain to change your pathways. With what? With the peace being expressed and happiness being expressed in the mind. So brain pathways will change. In California, a lot of research has been done during the last 12-15 years. They say you have a neuroplasticity, brain pathways changes. The genetics behavior changes. The mutation of the gene takes place if you are doing a regular practice. So what happens? Now I'm mixing both, Eastern wisdom and the science. You have changed the mind. Now the mind lives in peace and happiness. It changes the brain. When it changes the brain changes your attitude, response to the things in the world outside. You constantly live in unbinding desire. That changes your personality. Personality means what? Personality changes your thought, your speech, your action in personal, professional, social life. What will happen? You live in peace and happiness. You live in peace. So we are all awakened now. Why do you think that we are a seeker only? We are already awakened. Yadi deham prathakratya chiti vishramya tishthasi adhunaiva sukhi shantah bandhamukto bhavishyasi. I am referring these examples and these teachings that should trigger your mind to become a seeker. So this verse is from Ashtavakra, guiding to the Janaka. Yadi deham prathakratya chadi vishramya tishthasi. If you drop this binding desire, which is searching peace, happiness, love and wisdom outside in a person, things and people, leave binding desire. How long it takes? Not even a second. What will happen? Yadi deham prathakratya chadi, and allow the mind to live within. What will happen? Third line of a verse. That should blow your mind if you are a seeker. I'm not here to check if you are a seeker or not. Adhunaiva sukhi shantah. You can be in peace and happiness here and now. You are talking that you want to be a seeker. Adhunaiva sukhi shantah. Adhunaiv sukhi shantah. Here and now you can be in peace and happiness. Bandhamukto bhavishyasi. And if you continue the journey like this, you are liberated. One thing I should appreciate, you guys are so good. You have been tolerating me for more than an hour. One thing is sure. Let's have question and then we will do one practice. It is only one subject of happiness that I covered. Question.
So you're talking about the example of relationships, and you are liking Puneet, and you're asking, oh, can you go to the next step, and you go and live with them, and things like that. And after some time, you lose your happiness, right? Because you have a binding desire. So my fundamental question is that why should we get into a relationship? Because our ultimate goal is to find that eternal happiness. So do we really need to get into a relationship, marriage or whatever, right? Partnership or whatever.
You have asked me a very deeper question. If a high school kid, maybe the primary school kid, asked this question, how to make an atom bomb or a hydrogen bomb, after listening that the matter consists of atoms and learn until this level. So this question is of that level. But to simplify the answer, why should I live in the relationship? My dear friend, you are living in relationship with your profession. Are you ready to drop it? Come, drop that. Forget about the relationship with the spouse, with son, with kids, with friends. Leave all the relationship. What is the fun? So that is a triggering point to think of it. Second point. Can you alone leave all kinds of relationship in the world outside? The answer is big no. You cannot leave it. And now comes the real answer. which I compare with the atom bomb. Krishna Leela, Ram Leela. You play and perform your role as given to you in the world. Every time. No, I did not understand. Your answer is not good. You see, it needs little more explanation, my friend. Let me explain. Are you, say, you are a husband at home. Just say, for example, I don't know anything, just an example. Or you are a wife at home. You are an IT programmer at your workplace. Clear? You are a son at home. Can you show me where the son is in you? Can you show me where the wife is in you? Can you show me where the husband in you, if you are a husband? Where the wife in you? Let me prove it. Where the husband in you? Where the wife in you? Where these labels are in you? Where the son in you? Take my example. My father died long back in 1989. What happened to the son in me? Tell me. It's a very deeper principle. That's why I compared with the atom bomb. You have not crossed many principles before that. So what happens when I'm at home? I am before my honey, I'm a husband. So what should I do? Play my role as a husband. I'm at workplace. Let me become an officer and a programmer. Play my role well. That is the importance of having a relationship, to allow that Satchidanand to express itself at every moment in the world. That is what Krishna did. Why the hell Krishna came on the earth and, he did a lot of crazy stuff? Why the hell? He was playing his role, performing his role. Where the problem comes? How the hell you behave like this? I'm your husband. No, I'm just giving an example. Take that example and apply everywhere. To an object or to a thing. Are you talking of this relationship? Where you overburden yourself? With being a husband, being a wife, being a son, being a daughter? That creates a binding desire? Are you talking of that relationship? I'm not talking of that relationship. Are you free? I'm before you. I play my role of a teacher. I have to play a role of my teacher. That's why you are here to listen to me. And once this is done, teacher is gone. I'm free. Playing my role. Do you remain as a driver even while sitting at home? When you start driving, you play a role of a driver. Are you getting it? I told you, it's a little deeper principle, but I'm giving a taste of it. When that happens, you drop the binding desire from your mind. The mind is totally merged with the inner peace and happiness. And the second part is you drop that ego. Then I'm seeking a relationship. Who are we? Who is me? Who is this I, the ego? Let me compare myself. I'm only 62 now. Another 30, 40 years, 100 years as compared to millions of years have passed. I'm asking, what kind of a relationship? Why should I have a relationship? What do you mean? Millions of years of the time has passed, out of which I'm living 100 years? Ask yourself, logically, think, what is my place? I should not seek a relationship. What is my place in this scheme of the universe? And ask yourself another point, how big I am. With reference to the room, maybe if I am a box and if I put myself, maybe I will say 2,000 times smaller than this small room where from I am giving you a lesson. What about my room? It is for almost 5,000 square feet of covered space, maybe 50,000 boxes like me. How smaller I am as compared to my house, my township, my county, my country, my earth. Don't I see I'm so insignificant? Come on. So I ask, come on, I want to have a relationship. Why should I have a relationship? I should not have a relationship. Who are we? Who are we? As compared to the time? As compared to the space? We do not exist anywhere. When you think like this, that I drops. And the moment that I drops, the binding desire drops. When both the drops, you know who you are. You know you are Satchidananda. So after you are Satchidananda, will you ask the same question? Come on. Will you ask the same question? That I should not have a relationship or I should have a relationship? Now I already have a relationship with you. The opportunity is here. Let me play my role. Let me finish it. Let me say goodbye. Move ahead. Did you get the answer? Did you get the feel of an answer? There are many principles in between. My dear friend, we have to uninstall the software that is our mind. We have to upgrade and update this software which is known as a mind. What happens to the ultimate of meditation? Meditation changes your perception to everything in the world. It takes you to the right perception. It takes you to the right knowledge. Then you will never ask this question. You know what it is. Don't be serious, this is a fun movement. For me, my teaching is fun movement. I enjoy it. I do gossip and then I calm down.
Thank you for the answer.
You got the answer?
But I have other following questions, but I would give an opportunity for other people.
Give an opportunity to yourself. Start reading the path. Find the source of happiness in you. You'll be able to answer all the questions yourself. So, any more questions?
I know a lot of you were not planning to be here this long, and but those who may be interested to continue talking to Girish Jha can continue, and if you guys will drop off, that's fine too.
Thank you so much for doing this.
So the takeaway is Leela, play the Leela role. Mila to mila, nahi mila to nahi mila.
That is the last point of a journey. Until you know how to play the role, the mind should be pure. To make the mind pure, you have to meditate. When you meditate, you reveal your true nature. So when you reveal your true nature, then you have to learn how the true nature should express and perform and play a role. Now if I ask you to create an app and you say yes, within next minute I'll give you an app. So final takeaway definitely is play your role, and then you have added a caveat. That shows the entire state of the mind. What you said, mila to theek hai, nahi mila to nahi. That never happens when you play a role. I'm sorry, I'm just putting the things in right perspective. So that gives the entire state. That is how our masters, I used to ask alone, my master, how do you know this guy is having a crazy mind? No, you will come to know. I used to ask very unusual questions to him, whispering into his ears and massaging his feet, because it gives me an opportunity. I was so selfish. I wanted to know. I tell you, to be very selfish to the teacher is a good thing. I realized it. So what happens that he says that there are 70 indications by which you know where the person stands. How the person speaks, how the person makes the statement, what is the caveat in it, you know it. So my dear friend, मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला तो नहीं. सॉरी राजीव जी, राम जी ने ऐसा नहीं कहा, तो ना तो कृष्ण ने कहा. चलो मिल गया तो ठीक है अर्जुन, नहीं मिला तो भी ठीक है. तो हम बड़े नहीं, मैं परसों टॉक दे रहा था, तो 5 IT प्रोफेशनल ही थे. तो मेरी टॉक शुरू हुई, मैंने कहा एक तो IQ होता है और एक होता है, हम कहते हैं अपने शास्त्रों में मनीषा. मनीषा सिनोनिम है बुद्धि का, कि भाई इस प्रिय बुद्धि को बिल्कुल सामान्य रखो, देखना है एज इट इज, सोचना है एज इट इज, और ज्ञान लेना है एज इट इज. इसीलिए कबीर हार्वर्ड नहीं गए. हार्वर्ड जाने के लिए IQ का होना जरूरी है. देखो एग्जाम्पल, तो मैंने ये कहा कि IQ अगर लगाओगे ना अपना, तो कहीं नहीं पहुंचोगे, दुखी रहोगे. पर IQ को मटेरियल वर्ल्ड में लगाना है तो खूब पैसा कमाओगे. तो उसको पैसे कमाने में रखो. रिलेशनशिप, पीस और हैप्पीनेस के लिए मनीषा का इस्तेमाल करो. ये नाम सुना होगा ना, स्थित प्रज्ञ. हम सब तो इंडियन में बड़ा नाम सुना होगा. कृष्ण स्थित प्रज्ञ थे. वही मनीषा चाहिए, IQ नहीं चाहिए. IQ डिस्ट्रॉय कर देता है. IQ कहेगा तुम कल मैं देखो इतना बढ़िया गिफ्ट लाया और तुम जो अपना मुंह फैला के बैठे रहे. लो, दिस इज IQ. मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोल रहा, पर हम सबको अनुभव है. तो फिर हम कहेंगे मिला तो ठीक है, नहीं मिला तो ठीक है. नहीं, ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. दिस साइंस डज नॉट से दिस. मुस्कुराते रहिए, हंसते रहिए.
Thank you. Shukriya.
Thank you.
questions?
मैं कहा पुनीत अपना रोल अदा करा।
नहीं, धन्यवाद की जरूरत नहीं है। धन्यवाद तो मैं दे रहा हूं कि आप सबने मुझे इतना सहा, उसका धन्यवाद।
मुझे तो बहुत मजा आया आपकी टॉक।
आपने हमें अपना टाइम दिया, उसके वेरी थैंक यू, वेरी ग्रेटफुल।
थैंक यू पुनीत।
थैंक यू गिरीश जी,
थैंक यू।
आने के लिए।
थैंक यू।
Thank you very much.
आई नो हम लोग सब योगा मैट भी लगा के बैठे थे, सोचते कि कुछ योगा होगा, बट
Maybe next time, maybe we can have, if he's gracious enough.
like some breathing exercises and some asana.
देखिए सबको पता है क्या करना है। नहीं करेंगे। अगली बार आप सब गाइड करिएगा कि थोड़ा सा ब्रीदिंग करा दो, थोड़ा सा ये करा दो, थोड़ा सा वो करा दो। इतने दिनों से कर रहे हैं, शांत हैं, खुशी हैं। तो मेरी भी समझना, जो मैं कराऊंगा वो करना। यही तो खूबी है हम सब में। ये आप तो राजीव तो सत्या नदेला की तरह लग रहे हैं।
अरे क्या बात।
तो ओनली कॉमन थिंग सत्या और मेरे में है कि वो फिर शायद 94 में यहाँ आया था, मैं भी शायद 94 में आया था। वो भी मास्टर्स करने आया था, मैं भी, पर वो कहीं और निकल गया, मैं कहीं और रह गया।
तो सत्या नदेला जी, मुझे तो अब कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, एक ही सत्या नदेला मेरे लिए काफी है। नहीं, मजाक। नहीं वो ठीक है, वो जो आप कहेंगे पहले आपकी सुन लूंगा, फिर मैं ठीक है, धन्यवाद। नमस्कार। जय श्री कृष्ण, जय श्री राधे, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय सच्चिदानंद, जय गुरुदेव। सब कुछ हो गया। थैंक यू।
Thank you for arranging all this.
no problem.
Thank you.